Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to dive into one of the most intense and transformative books you'll ever read, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. This is not just another self-help book. It's a raw, gritty, and brutally honest account of overcoming the unimaginable through sheer mental toughness and resilience. David Goggins doesn't sugarcoat his journey. Instead, he takes you through the depths of pain, suffering, and self-doubt, only to show how he turned those very things into his sources of strength. If you want to learn how to push past your limits, break through mental barriers, and unlock your true potential, this book will show you how. David Goggins teaches us one essential thing. You are capable of far more than you think. Most people only operate at 40% of their true potential. His book, Can't Hurt Me, is about unlocking the other 60% by pushing through pain, failure, and discomfort. This philosophy is what Goggins calls the 40% rule. The idea is simple. When you feel like quitting, you've only reached 40% of what you're truly capable of. To push beyond this point, you must reframe your mindset, embrace discomfort, and train your mind to deal with pain in ways you never thought possible. I should have died in that hospital room. In this opening chapter, Goggins shares his early life struggles, from growing up in an abusive household to battling obesity and feeling out of control in his life. His self-esteem was at rock bottom, and he was unsure if he could ever change. Example, practical lesson. He recounts a powerful moment in his life where, after struggling with depression and failure, he decided to change his circumstances. Goggins didn't just talk about making a change. He took action. He pushed himself into extreme fitness training, started running, and chose to face his biggest fears head-on. This chapter teaches us that taking action is the first step to transforming your life. No matter how tough your past, you can make a choice to change your future. The 40% rule. This is where Goggins introduces his famous 40% rule. The idea that when you feel you can't go on, you've actually only tapped into 40% of your potential. Example, practical lesson. Goggins tells the story of how he ran a 100-mile race despite severe blisters on his feet and exhaustion. At the 70-mile mark, he wanted to quit, but instead of stopping, he kept pushing forward, mentally telling himself that he was only operating at 40% of his capacity. This mindset helped him finish the race. This chapter teaches us that you're never truly at your limit unless you push beyond it. The next time you're tempted to quit, remember the 40% rule and dig deeper. The accountability mirror. In this chapter, Goggins emphasizes the importance of accountability. He shares a story about how he used a mirror to hold himself accountable for his actions and shortcomings. Example, practical lesson. Goggins started by writing down all of his goals on Post-it notes and sticking them on his mirror. Every day he had to look at those goals and ask himself, am I doing everything I can to achieve them? This simple practice helped him stay focused and accountable to his commitments. This chapter teaches us that accountability is key to achieving long-term success. Whether it's writing down your goals or tracking your progress, you need a daily reminder to hold yourself accountable. Taking souls. Taking souls is a concept Goggins uses to describe the mindset of outperforming others and proving people wrong. It's about not letting anyone's doubt or negativity get to you. Example, practical lesson. Goggins recalls a time when he was running an ultra-marathon and was severely behind in the race. He saw a group of runners who were confident they'd win. Instead of letting that discourage him, Goggins used it as fuel. He focused on staying strong and eventually passed them all, finishing the race far ahead of the group. This chapter teaches us that when people doubt you, it's not a reason to stop. It's a reason to push harder. Use negativity as fuel to surpass your limits. The suffering is the way. Goggins teaches us that the path to growth is through pain and discomfort. Rather than avoiding challenges, we should embrace them, as they are the things that will transform us. Example, practical lesson. Goggins talks about his experience in Navy SEAL training, which was one of the hardest things he had ever done. He endured extreme physical and mental challenges, and many times he was on the verge of quitting. But each time he embraced the suffering, he grew stronger. His mantra became, suffering is the path to greatness. This chapter teaches us that growth doesn't come from comfort. The more we push through the discomfort, the stronger we become. Callousing your mind. The idea of callousing your mind is about building mental toughness. Just like you would build physical calluses on your hands from hard work, you can build mental calluses by repeatedly exposing yourself to hardship. Example. Practical lesson. Goggins explains how he trained his mind to handle pain by gradually exposing himself to more and more difficult challenges. Whether it was running in extreme heat or pushing his body beyond its limits, he built resilience by continually testing his boundaries. This chapter teaches us that mental toughness is built through repetition. The more challenges you take on, the stronger your mind becomes in handling adversity. The power of the mind. Goggins dives deep into the idea that your mind controls everything. If you can control your mind, you can control your body and your life. Example, practical lesson. He shares how, during one of his toughest physical challenges, his mind told him to stop. But instead of listening to his mind, he chose to control his thoughts, telling himself that he could endure any pain. By changing his mindset, he was able to keep going, even when his body was screaming for rest. This chapter teaches us that mental control is the foundation of success. Your body will always want to quit, but your mind is the key to continuing. Conclusion. Can't Hurt Me isn't just a book about pushing through pain. It's a book about transcending your limitations and becoming the best version of yourself. David Goggins' journey is a testament to the power of mental toughness, self-discipline, and relentless determination. Through every hardship, he shows that the only thing standing between you and your goals is the belief that you can't go any further. If there's one key takeaway from this book, it's this. You are far stronger than you think. Your limits are self-imposed, and with the right mindset, you can push past them. So next time you feel like giving up, remember, you're only at 40%. Keep pushing. Be part of our journey. If you find our content valuable and inspiring, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Your support motivates us to keep going and bring you the best content, so don't forget to leave a like and share the video with those who might benefit. Be part